Chapter 8, Lesson 8 is on the surface area of rectangular prisms. The surface area is the sum of the area of all the faces of a 3D shape. Lateral surface area excludes top and bottom faces. The surface area of a prism is the sum of the area of its faces. You can determine the surface area by determining the area of the prism's net. A net is a two-dimensional shape that goes along with its three-dimensional shape. Notice that the rectangles for the front and back are congruent. The top and bottom are congruent, and both sides are congruent. Remember what congruent means? Same size, same shape. You can determine the area of one rectangle, then double it to determine the total area for the two congruent shapes, which should save you some time. Example: determine the surface area of the rectangular prism by determining the area of the net. First of all, establish in your mind that all of these are rectangles, so you'll be using one formula for each of these 6 faces. The formula that you will use for a rectangle? That is correct, base times height. We will write that down. A equal base times height. So if you know the base and height of each of those, that's what we're going to put on the inside of each one. Here's your base and your height. So that would be 15 times 10. Drop down to the bottom, because that would be the one we just did was the back. And this would be the front. That's also 15 times 10. Those go together. The bottom, there in the middle, you can see the dimensions of it are also 15 times 10. And this one here that I'm marking is also the one that goes with it, 15 times 10. If you fold that shape up, the one in the center here that I'm putting the dot on is the bottom, and the other one is the top. So the two left are your sides. You can see that the dimensions of those sides are, that is correct, 10 by 10. 10 by 10. So you have 6 faces, and you have the area of each one. You should know 15 times 10, which is 150, and you'll notice that there are 4 of those. And there are 2 that are 100. And there are 2 that are 10 times 10, which is equal to 100. Add those up. 5, 10, 15, 20. Carry the 2. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The total surface area will be in inches squared. It gives you the total surface area. Now, if we were only going to find the lateral surface area, we would remove the top and the bottom. The top and the bottom were the ones in the lightest gray, which would include 2 of the 150s. So 800 minus 150 plus 150, which is 300, equal 500. The lateral surface area of this rectangular prism is 500 inches squared, and the total surface area is 800 inches squared.